What's up, my moon babes? Welcome or welcome back to another reading. Today we're going to get into the full wolf moon in Cancer for 2026. What is this full moon bringing you? Is it's the first full moon. I cannot speak. That's kind of a tongue twister. First full moon of 2026. So we're going to see what it's talking about, what it's bringing us. At face value, with this being a full moon in Cancer, it does feel like a lot of purging of emotions is happening. Usually with purging of emotions is purging of old habits. And if you're purging how you feel about things, you're usually purging the things that you feel like towards, you know? So let's see what's going on. It does feel like a lot of purging. It also feels like a new beginning is highlighted. A lot of introspection is usually highlighted with full moons. So we're just going to get into this reading and see what's going on. Before I started this reading, things were a little chaotic in my house, so that may be a theme for some of you. This may be a chaotic full moon. This one was on the 3rd of January. I'm posting this on the 4th. The energy of the moon is still at its peak, so let's see what it's bringing you. Okay, I'll take this card. Believe in the impossible. And I'll take one more because that card kind of came out a little funny. Oh, there you go. Your commitment is being tested. I kind of definitely like feel this energy because I feel like a lot of don't let your past hold you back self-node. This kind of gives this moon. I'm sorry if you hear my cat drinking water because like he literally has been drinking water for the past 3 minutes. Anyway, yes, I feel like this moon is testing your commitments and testing what you are willing to commit to so that you can see all the good things that can happen for you. Believe in the impossible. Like, I really feel that a lot of the things that you are trying to do in your life, a lot of your goals, and maybe you feel like they're unachievable or whatever it may be for some of you, that commitment to those goals is being tested right now. Instead of purging like old feelings, I feel like your big new emotions are being tested the most right now. Believe in the impossible. The universe is asking you to trust it at this time. Go after those goals. Go after what you see yourself being committed to, maybe your future self. Or just something you're working on now. It's like you're halfway there with this being your first quarter moon. You're halfway there. Even though it's a quarter, but you get what I'm saying. Like, half of it is being illuminated, half of it is not. It's like, I'm teetering on both sides when it comes to whatever that is for you. So you might get little inklings. Like for me, I did get up this morning to do this reading, but 8 o'clock, 8:02, Spirit was like, hey, it's time to get up. Like, stuff kept happening to wake me up. I feel like that is my commitment being tested to these readings. Like, my commitment to you all, my commitment to giving guidance. So what is that for you? You know, what is being tested for you at this time? Because a lot of great things can happen with whatever this is, but are you going to half-ass it? Let's put these cards to the side. Let's get a bit of tarot. Using the 𝚃𝚑𝚒 here. As you guys know, I'm going to just post everything below in the description box. What is this? Actually, I feel like a more fitting deck would be this one here. I believe this is Shadowscapes Tarot. Yeah. Alrighty. Ignore my Ashi hands. Let's see what is going on with this full moon. What is it bringing up? Spirit guides. A lot of introspection is happening at this time. Like, I feel it. I feel like it's like a quiet quiet storm. Things are quiet right now, but that's because you are going within. Ace of Cups in reverse. Big emotion. What did I say? A lot of that is being released. I heard for some of you this is doubt. Maybe some doubt is lessening at this time. And maybe that was a big feeling of doubt. Like you didn't feel like you had the strength or the courage or the knowledge or the experience to show up maybe in this field, this world. I don't know what this goal is for you, but it does look like you have something that you want to, you have something that you doubted, and I feel like that doubt was in yourself, but it's a big emotional doubt. Like, I seriously can't do this type of doubt. Like, you believe it type of doubt. Alrighty. What is this full moon bringing them? We have the Empress in reverse. A lot of cards are in reverse. Okay. I feel like with this doubt, you hinder yourself majorly. Like, and there goes confirmation from my assistant if you guys heard it, because I do have my mic in. But this kind of feels like a big hindrance. Like, this moon is asking you to face this doubt. This moon is asking you to face, like, your fears in a really big way. I'm surprised that card didn't come out. But I feel like this universe, this moon is really bringing this up. It might be painful for some of you. It might be old trauma scars that you tried to hide, but it's coming up for a reason. Like I said, with that Page of Cups, I feel like you feel like there's doubt there because you handle your emotions. I don't want to say in a lackadaisical way, but more in a novice way, more in a just, I don't want to say ignorant, but not in, like, for the true definition of ignorant. Like, you just do not know how to move forward with these emotions, with that trauma, with whatever this is for you, with this doubt. You don't know how to move forward with it, and that's what translates to this Empress being in reverse. I am going to pull one more card, but with that Empress being in reverse, I kind of feel like that's your potential. That's what you could be. We have the Magician, Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. All of your cups are reversed. So I do feel like this is a big emotional moon for you the next couple of days, weeks, maybe leading into the next couple of months. Excuse me. Let's not scratch the scratching post while I do a reading. That would be, like, really good. Really nice. Thanks. Anyway. So, yeah. That will is hindering you from being, like, the master of yourself. I heard, like, it's literally master of yourself, the Empress in reverse. Like, you're trying to be this master of yourself, but you can't even get past the Page of Cups, and that's not a bad thing. You just don't know how to. But this moon is bringing you to resources, I heard, to teach you how to, and that's why your commitment is being tested to figuring out what's wrong with you. Maybe going to therapy. Excuse me. Staying consistent with that therapy. Staying consistent with acknowledging where you're hurting. Even if you don't know what's going on, you're still acknowledging it, and you are taking steps to deal with it. I feel like you go back to this discomfort when newness comes up, but Spirit wants you to realize, I don't know if this card is glaring. I don't think so. Okay. What Spirit wants you to realize is kind of like, you're the Magician. You are in control of this entire reading. You are in control of where this outcome lands, because you don't have to feel this doubt. It can be unlearned. It can be shifted, you know. Queen of Cups in reverse and the Devil. The Devil in reverse, I do like that, because I feel like this is the devil energy for you. This is something that you always go back to. This is something that you've been in for maybe majority of your life. Like I said, the ignorance is there. You don't know how to move forward because you've never been introduced to it, or you've never been shown a different way to go about things. Like, oh, okay, actually therapy can help me, you know, or maybe therapy has been shunned in your community because they call them shrinks and they think that they can't really help you. But maybe that outside perspective is exactly what you need. Somebody who was trained in the to psychoanalyze someone in a professional way, to treat them. Maybe that is something that you actually need, and you are going to see the benefits from it. Although maybe when you first start, and this is just an example, it doesn't have to be therapy, but if you first start this thing, and I'm going to keep using the therapy example, but you start doing it, it's like, why am I even sitting here doing this? Why do I even need to speak to you, you know? But then they start asking questions. They start asking the right questions, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, why didn't I do this sooner? Like, actually, it's starting to unveil a lot of parts of me that I didn't even know were there. And those parts may be uncomfortable. Those parts may just bring up a lot of doubt, the doubt and that emotion again that you don't want to feel. Those parts might show and highlight like where you lack. Even though those uncomfortable parts are going to be highlighted, that is basically shadow work. That is the work you need to uncover parts of yourself that have been just suppressed for so long because you are afraid to deal with it. And it's not a bad thing. I don't think you're afraid to deal with it. I think you're afraid to deal with it and not know how to solve it in the end. But believe in the impossible, because you have everything you need. You have all the tools you need to move past whatever this is, this devil energy. And I feel like you want to, because the devil is in reverse. You want to move past this energy. You want to feel in control of your circumstances. You want to feel better. You don't want that doubt there, because who does, you know? But don't get so caught up in, oh, I don't know how to do this. I'm not going to even start because I just doubt myself, you know? No. Don't do that. Start the things that you want, even though you may not be good at it at first. You may be sucky at it. It might be terrible. But that's okay. Failure brings lessons. And it doesn't even have to be a failure. It's only a failure if you perceive it to be so. How is it a failure if it's helping you progress? How is it a failure if it's helping you move forward? You know, and start asking yourself the correct questions. It's kind of like parenting yourself, like, let's be serious now. If this happens, is that going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, actually speaking to yourself and being serious with yourself, and a little more, I want to say strict, but kind of strict, you know? and stopping those doubts and those emotions as soon as they start to come up. As soon as you start to recognize, like, hey, these are emotions of doubt. Like, let me back up. Let me back up and actually assess and see how I feel and see why I'm feeling that, because a lot of people don't even understand the why. A lot of people fall into anger, and me and my boyfriend, we actually talk about this kind of often. A lot of people fall into anger because they don't know how to recognize and acknowledge the other emotions that exist within them. So I do feel like maybe that was something for you. You don't know how to acknowledge these emotions because only thing you've ever seen them been introduced to is anger, or just one emotion, or a childish like way of dealing with those types of emotions. You've been introduced to the I wanted to say intermediate, no, quite literally the novice side of emotion. Maybe you have dealt with an emotionally immature parent, an emotionally immature just family, maybe, you know, nobody around you maybe knew how to deal with those emotions. Nobody around you even knew that emotions were this important because they are, and maybe you didn't either, and maybe you still like, oh wow, actually this is something that really is bothering me. As you get through this reading with me, you're starting to recognize, and that's what I feel like this this moon is bringing you. And it's a really big shift, especially with it being in the beginning of the year. On the bottom of this deck of the Moonology Oracle card deck, don't let your past hold you back. I really do feel like your upbringing had a lot to do with these feelings, with these emotions. For some of you with this Emperor, some of you may be parents, some of you may be a mother. And it doesn't have to be gender specific, but that is the mom of this deck of the tarot. So I do feel like maybe you feel like, I don't know how to emotionally deal with my little people. You know, I don't know how to emotionally tell them what to do because I never knew what to do. And that's where help comes in, and that's where introspection and all that comes in. So I do feel like this moon is a really, really big shifting turning point for you. Any advice for my collective watching this reading? What is this moon? What is the advice for this, for dealing with this moon's energy, spirit? Actually, I don't think I've ever gotten this card. We have 111, intuition, insight, serenity, harmony, clarity, joy, momentum, self-awareness, initiative, unconditional love. Now is the time to realize your long-held ideas. You're on the right path to turning your dreams into reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are coming together to support you. Happiness and new opportunities are within reach, as we know. Trust the journey and the faith in the process, and have faith in the process, excuse me. Perfect card. I really feel like this is a, because I feel like you're taking the steps to get to where you need to be. You're acknowledging this. You kind of already know what I'm talking about. This doesn't feel like a new emotion, a new reading. If you don't, then, and this is unveiling some things for you, it's still a perfect card because I feel like your intuition has been telling you about this, has been saying, okay, you have more to deal with. You just didn't know how to listen to it. You just didn't know how to understand what it was saying. But yeah, you guys, go get the help. It's very, very, very helpful. And I feel like whatever help or just sources or resources you're looking at is helpful for you. So continue to go after it. Finish that contract I heard. Finish filling out that application. Finish what you need to finish. Don't half-ass it, as I was saying earlier, right? Go with that momentum. Realize your long-held ideas. And I was saying earlier, even if it doesn't feel like, oh, well, a lot of movement isn't happening now, your commitment to yourself and to your goals and your long-held ideas are being tested at this time. So yeah, you guys, that was your reading. I really, really, really hope this helped. You guys can leave me a comment, like, share, and subscribe, and do all of that good stuff. I love to see you guys' comments and support. So thank you. But if you guys like my reading, like I love yours, this is where I leave you. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.